Hello, this is Esther. Reboot Day 7. The next dot that I focused on represented non-contact. It's a big dot and visible to everybody now that it has permeated every detail of our daily routines. I connected the non-contact dot to one formed by another news articles I found. It said, coronavirus is behind the boom in the Netflix-type content business. This aligned with what futurist Dr. Che Yun-shik told me. He said, the coronavirus is accelerating the development of artificial intelligence technology, and within just a few years, it will be developed enough to provide us with near-perfect foreign language translation and interpretation. Language barriers between countries are disappearing. When I connected the three dots that represented non-contact, contents business, and artificial intelligence, and put myself into them at the last step, an idea formed in my mind. The content business is growing, due in part to the fact that the coronavirus has forced people to spend more time at home. Those who craft good content products are recognized for their value. If the development of AI results in the breakdown of language barriers, I have no obstacle to presenting my content products to overseas markets as well. The result is a much easier path toward breaking into foreign territories. If that happens, it will be possible to deliver my speeches to people in English-speaking countries and even around the world. The question then becomes, how can I be prepared when that next opportunity presents itself? The third game-changing opportunity is coming. But now most of us have accepted that a future is coming. Unfortunately, we've been too consumed by the present, which is ever-changing due to the coronavirus, to realize that we're already there. Our collective future is jumping at the accelerated pace in the face of the past massive storm in which we are living. The order that will slowly show itself after this chaotic storm passes is already taking shape. A small number of people have noticed this new order already and are reacting accordingly. In Ho, a professor of computer engineering at Korea University, who is the nation's top blockchain expert, says, when there is a change from analog to digital, we call it a game change. When it happens, analog superpowers collapse in a flash and new digital superpowers reign in the industry. The digital camera is a good example. When it was introduced, Kodak stock became worthless paper. On the other hand, the emergence of the PC made Microsoft a global mega corporation, and the widespread uses of the internet made Google the top company in the world. Now the third game-changing opportunity is approaching. You cannot miss this opportunity. The bigger the chaos, the greater the opportunity it brings. Those who are preparing now will see their wealth growing at a much greater rate than those who ignore the present chaos. At the same time, the polarization of wealth will get worse. Those who seize the opportunity will become richer, and those who miss it will become poorer. Once the storm of the fourth industrial revolution passes, along with the coronavirus pandemic, the gap between rich and poor is likely to grow wider than ever. The majority of individuals will be pushed out of the order, replaced by digital technology. Only a few of them will be able to jump on the bandwagon of wealth, as they have fewer opportunities and must compete over smaller amounts of capital. Just thinking about it makes me depressed. The feeling is comparable to what I experienced during the 1997 foreign exchange crisis. I was clueless about what was going on until I took a direct blow from the storm that hit the nation. I lost the apartment that I've worked so hard to buy, and I had to move to the countryside and rent a room on a month-to-month basis. I couldn't even afford to get a long-term lease that required a deposit in advance, just as the financial crisis was waning. I read an article that explained how the rich became richer while people like me were living from paycheck to paycheck. The crash had allowed them to snatch up three houses with the money that would normally have bought them just one. I cried for a long time after learning of the disparity. To me, the foreign exchange crisis was a heartbreaking failure and nightmare. Heartbreaking failure and nightmare. But this time, there is an important difference. Now I am MK Kim and I am 57 years old. I am the head of a company responsible for the livelihoods of more than 20 employees. With new perspectives and strategies, I was able to take advantage of the changing times. Right now, my company is running at an unprecedented pace. We're challenging ourselves and each other, hire new employees, creating and investing in new businesses. We've transformed from a smart content provider to a digital media corporation. We've doubled our pace to keep up with the new opportunities. Economic experts predict that the golden time to seize opportunities will last until a vaccine is developed and distributed. Once the chaos reaches its peak, the hidden order will slowly start surfacing. And the minute that everybody recognizes it and cries out, "So this is the new normal," the game will have already changed in the market. Those who foresaw, prepared, and invested in the new order will grab the upper hand in the market in a flash. There will be no room left for latecomers. You and I must make it to the center of the chaos before the whistle blows to announce the expiration of this golden time. And there, we'll have to create an order, if only a small one, that will ensure the sustainability of our jobs, our businesses, and our own selves. You might feel as though you are stranding in a thick fog. Things are fluctuating financially, but if you look into the fog, you will see the dots hidden inside it. And if you can see them, you still have a chance. You can be the master of a new order if you connect those dots to your specific talents and goals. If you cannot see an inch ahead of you, no matter how hard you look, you have only two choices: be pushed out of the order forever or start running forward. If you choose the former, please close this book without hesitation. However, if you choose the latter, no matter how difficult it is, I promise you this: you will figure out the order on your own, and you will also create opportunities for yourself as long as you take a brave first step into the storm of chaos. Thank you.